Hi, she's an actor by profession and she debuted with a serial called Dhoon Legi Manzil Hame. She's done a film called Total Syapa with Ali Zafar and Yami Gautam, and she was last seen in the hit Star Plus serial Love Ka Hai Intezar. And now the cherry on the icing is that she is a TEDx speaker. Please welcome Sara Arfeen Khan. Hi Sara.
Hi,
welcome
Kehna.
on the show.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations on being a TEDx speaker.
Thank you.
Big
Thank you.
feather in your cap. Tell
It
us a
is.
little about it.
See, TEDx was a great experience. Actually, I want to tell you something that, yes, this is my TEDx.
Wow.
I want to tell you something that most people may not know about me. My
Yeah.
first profession is not acting. My first profession was I started coaching teenagers on suicide projects, and I worked with a lot of NGOs. I trained.
I didn't know this either.
Yeah, I trained the colleges, the students, the teachers, and then I also taught parents how to manage stress, how suicide projects and blah blah blah. And then I found this keen interest on being a peak performance coach for women, because as the saying goes, women can break or make the home.
Absolutely.
Women are responsible for everything and they take charge of the world. So I thought, fine, then let's start with women then.
Of course.
So this is how I did, and I used to watch some YouTube TEDx speakers, and I thought one day I'm gonna get there.
Yeah.
And I just got there.
That's my aspiration too.
Wow, brilliant.
So tell me, so then before we come to TEDx, tell us, how did the profession from A to B go?
See, I was
How did acting happen?
acting. I think somewhere down the line I attracted it, because when I was a kid I used to take part in every dance and drama competition. I learned every dance possible, from a 9 years diploma in Bharatanatyam. I did Oriental belly dance. I did contemporary jive, everything under the sun.
Wow.
And I loved it, and I loved being on stage, and that's it really. I came first as well in every competition I took. So now, as I was growing up, I studied psychology, started finding interest in human mind, and then I became a coach. Now, I was having a meeting with a few people regarding this, and I think the table, it was in a cafe, and the next table was all these Star One guys sitting there discussing their shows and stuff. And they heard me, they heard my accent, they were observing, and as I was leaving from there, they sort of came, introduced themselves to me, and we exchanged numbers. I still understand, I didn't understand what was happening. They're women, chalo, I thought, okay, they just want to know what I do, blah, blah, blah. And then they started calling me saying, we want you to audition for a show. I'm like, but I'm not an actor. They're saying, but we still want you to audition for a show. I said, is that a TV show? And they said, yes. I said, I don't do. You call me for films, I'll do it. But TV, I don't want to do it.
But allow me to butt in. Did you ever contemplate taking acting as a profession?
Yes.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay. In the back.
Yeah, it was
okay.
always there.
Okay. Please continue. Yeah.
And then I thought, no, I didn't want to do TV because I feel it's below my standards or something. I didn't want to do TV because I didn't want to be doing 1 year show or maybe 5 years show doing kitchen politics.
I like that.
Saas Bahu, there was nothing going ahead of that.
I like that.
So I was like, no, I'm not doing it. And then they kept calling me, and then one day I got a call from this guy. He calls me up, okay, and he says, hello beta, I'm Sanjay Surkar, and I'm a national award winning director, and I want to meet you. And I'm like, I'm oblivious to this world.
Okay.
Of industry, TV, movies. And then I said, okay sir, I'll come and see you. Ab maine socha inko itna to izzat dena chahiye, because he's called me, he's introduced. Yeah. So I said, okay sir, I'll come. So when I went to his office, I saw the channel guys, I saw the production guys, I saw the direction team, and I'm like, oh god, what's happening here? I went there, and then he asked me the same question. Like, why don't you want to do TV? You want to do films? I said, no, I don't want to do it. I mean, I never thought I would do any kind of acting in the first place. Although I was very intrigued and I loved it, but I didn't think. But TV out of all, because you've seen, flip any channel and you'll see what's going on. I don't want to be a part of that.
Right.
And I said, my coach, my trainers, I mean my students, my women students are getting influenced by the saas bahu thingy, you know. They all, when they get married, they're already conditioned. Meri saas aise
ऐसा
hogi.
होगा.
हाँ. So I said, you guys are ruining us, man. So they said, but I have a fantastic story, a very empowering story. Then I said, okay, fine, I'll hear it out.
Yeah.
And I loved the story.
That you're talking about Dhoon
Dhoon
Legi
Legi Manzil Hame. And
Okay.
it is still my best story and one of the best shows that I've ever done.
So you were hooked the minute you heard
The minute I heard.
Yeah.
It was like a politician, this girl, Sonia Gandhi ka story tha.
Achha,
Like, you know, she comes
okay.
and how she takes on everything. And
Okay.
so I said, wow, inspiring, you know,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
maybe it'll help me with this profession.
Right.
So I started. Everything happened around it, and I think it was meant to be.
Mm-hmm.
So I was meant to find my manzil, really.
Yes.
And
So you were hooked.
I was hooked.
Not only to the story, but to the profession as well.
Yes, because once you get that acting kakira,
Yeah.
it's difficult. So no matter what you do, you'll also do acting.
Yeah, I know. But there are people who complain that, you know, there are so many long hours. You have to be married to the serial per se, especially the Hindi serials. Is that true or false?
See, it is true.
Yeah.
But either you quit it or stop complaining, I would say.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of fun. I think only people who are passionate about it can do this.
Right.
From the lightman to cameraman to the director, everybody, if you see the way they work.
Right.
When I first started, I said this, I can't believe people are working 15 hours a day. People are
Right.
working 20. I did 24 hours a day as well. And I was
Right.
like, this has got to be a joke.
Right.
But you have fun as well. You make money as well. You get your fame as well. So why complain about it?
Absolutely. And
You know?
the perks are so many.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
like I said, after I did my first film, I said, I'm not going to do any more regular shows because it was, I just thought that I took my family backseat. I took my private life, put it on backseat.
Were
I
you
didn't
already
enjoy it.
married then when
Yes,
the first
I was.
serial happened?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I thought to myself, I'm not going to give up my life for this all the time. As and
Yeah.
when it comes, some
Yeah.
good shows come, even till date.
Yeah.
I will not take up any show if it's just come to me.
Yeah.
I will scrutinize the show. I will see if it is good or bad,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
is
work
why
your
I've
salt,
done
yeah.
really, really quality
Right.
driven shows.
Yeah. Yeah.
And meaningful shows.
Right.
One of them was the most popular one was Kahi Suni. That is
Acha.
on Netflix now as well. And
Oh,
it was a
lovely.
travel show.
Uh-huh.
That was for Epic Channel.
Yeah. Was that
And-
a turning point or something?
No, it was a turning point for me.
Yeah, for you. That's what
It was
yeah.
just personally,
Yeah.
because I remember I was talking to my husband. I'm like, you know, we explore the world. Everybody wants to explore the world, go abroad. I want to explore India.
India, absolutely.
And for God's sake, I attracted that as well. So I think my attraction power is pretty strong.
Wow.
And the show just came
Just
to
happened.
me.
It
Yeah.
came to your on your lap. Yeah.
So that was one, but that was one of the most challenging show I've ever done. First of all,
Okay.
because
And did you travel a lot with the show?
yes,
Where
we covered, we didn't cover the South India, but we
Yeah.
covered Himachal, we covered Madhya Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh, Rajasthan.
beautiful. India is
And
beautiful.
It is, I'm telling you, the things that we
The
saw,
landscapes,
the places that we
scenarios,
saw,
yeah.
I never knew existed, you
Yeah,
know. It was
yeah.
not just the commercial places that we
Right,
saw. We
right.
really saw some good, you know, unique places.
And
which
how
I
long did this show go on?
This was 6 months.
Oh,
We did
lovely.
26 or 27 episodes.
Okay.
And the most interesting thing about this show was that it was not only a travel food show.
Uh-huh.
It was, we discovered a myth of every city. So let's say I'm in Nasik. What happened in Nasik? What is the story behind Nasik? Surpanakha, Sita, Ram, Sita,
Yeah.
Gufa, everything.
Everything.
And then we interviewed the experts as well. So there was an interview session.
Uh-huh.
Then we did a lot of hard work in that
Yeah,
and research.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I personally, as a host, I didn't want to just I didn't want it to be scripted.
Yeah.
So what I did was I told the production, every story that we're covering, I need the topic and I do my own research as well,
Lovely.
which helped me so much during the
Absolutely.
interviews.
Yeah.
Because it's not just the question I'll
It's
ask
not.
you.
It's not.
I'm taking out questions from your answers.
Absolutely.
So
Just like I'm doing right
exactly,
now.
exactly. So I loved it. So this has been my journey and it's not stopped.
And very learning experience.
Unbelievable.
I'm sure.
Unbelievable. It
I'm
was
sure.
crazy.
Lovely. So how did Total Siapa happen?
I don't know how that happened.
Okay.
Seriously, I think after my first show, I took a long break. I do this. Every time I do a TV show, I run away. I run away, I explore, I go to London, I go to different parts of the country, I just chill out for 4-5 months and I come back again.
4-5 months? That's
Yes.
like taking a very, very, very long break.
I want to enjoy life,
Of
I want to travel, I want to see the world before I die. So, but this time, after Love Ka Intezar, I came back early because of TEDx, and I'm not going to miss this. I was never going to miss this. So I was like, no, I'm coming back, India.
We'll come to TEDx. Hold that thought. I want to speak about your Love Ka Hai Intezar. It has had a long innings and it's very, very popular, I believe.
Yes, especially in London.
Especially in London, huh?
Yes.
Okay. So tell me about that experience. Was it better than the first Wala experience, or all the other things that you've done? Or these are like your babies and you can't choose who's your favorite?
No, my favorite will always be Dhoon Legi Manzil Hame.
Achha.
That is for a fact.
Okay.
Love Ka Intezar, when I was offered by my producer, Siddharth Malhotra, so he said, I have a very, amazing character for you. Because I had told him, Siddharth, I'm not doing any shows, please, because I don't want to commit for 1 year. Right now, I'm not in a mood for that. I want to finish my book. I want to start my seminars, which I have put it on backseat for acting now. But I have to also, because that's my baby as well.
Right.
So I have to concentrate a bit on that.
Absolute.
Then he said, what if I offer you a show, which is excellent show, and you will only do 15 days a month.
Lovely offer.
Not a bad deal, I said, okay, then I will do it. So he explained me the show, and I'm like, are you seriously giving me a negative character? Like, really?
Yeah.
And you think I'll be able to do that? So he's like, I really think you can. And trust me, do this. I think he trusted me more than me myself. Because I didn't know, I didn't know I could do that.
It's the vision of the director.
Yeah.
Always.
So then he told me, then we met for reading session. So then I saw Keith Sequeira, I saw Sanjida, I saw Soni Razdan, Tiku Ji, Shishir Ji.
All the veterans.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, this is sweet.
Yeah.
And I tell you, this show had the best team.
Wow.
Siddharth Malhotra ka ek ye hai ki he always picks up the best team. So we had best technicians, we had best directors, we had best actors, which is very rare that you can find.
True.
So everything was superb and we loved. And when I read about my character Vijay Lakshmi, she's a princess. Now this is very interesting. I have to be out and out negative. But I saw that she's a princess. And she has obviously been raised, she's been raised in a political khandan. Again, that was like a deja vu for me. Politics ka kya chakkar hai mera, God knows. So she's a politician's daughter. Then she marries into this Raj Gharana. So even if she's saying her dialogue, it should be very pleasant. It shouldn't be out and out. So although I was given that character, I think somewhere down the line I made that character. Because I wanted to do something different from all the other TV vamps.
So the nuances were your own.
Yes.
Lovely.
I didn't want to do that जो आजकल के vamps करते एकदम ज़्यादा आँख खोल के
and
ज़्यादा मुंह बना के, because say for example you and me are talking.
Yeah.
If I'm evil right now, will I really show it on my face to you?
No, you will not.
You know,
You will
I wouldn't
not.
know. The person will not come to know. And who is evil nowadays?
Nobody's evil.
I will be evil for you, but
Yeah.
for me, I'm doing what is right for me.
Absolutely.
So it's like there's no evil.
Absolutely.
So I thought to myself, chalo, iska karte hain अच्छे से. And I played it very subtle,
and that was the winning streak.
And that was, and that character just did it for me.
Vijay Lakshmi.
Yes, Vijay Lakshmi.
With such a brainy and a nice goody name. Before I go further, we're shooting in this lovely atmosphere. It's a cinema, theatre, blue lounge, I don't know, whatever you call it. Would you like to tell the audiences what this is all about and what work did you generate here?
Okay, this is the highlight of my house. We're movie buffs, we love watching films. And my husband Arfeen Khan had this plan. He decided, okay, we'll make a cinema room. And I'm like, okay. And then he actually put into action and he did every single design himself.
Very nice.
And here we are in our cinema room, and we watch. I can't watch films outside anymore now.
Right.
I can't watch it on TV. I have to watch it here. And I love horror films, so this is perfect for me.
Oh God.
The kids and nieces, everybody, whoever comes across the globe, they come here, they watch their PlayStation, they play their games.
Yeah.
We particularly watch films, and work-wise, I have this YouTube channel which I only review films, Cinebox Blue I call it.
Okay.
So I review films here.
Lovely. Very nice. And are you all also into watching a lot of international cinema? Both
Yes,
you and your
yes.
husband?
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
And we have movie nights here as well. And
Oh, lovely.
it's fun.
So we'll come back to that and all about your personal life. Coming back to TEDx, the power of now. Tell us all about it. How did this happen? Did you gun for it? Did you attract it? Were you invited? Tell us.
My friend who is Arfeen's student, as you know, Arfeen is a life coach itself.
Yes, I
So
know that. I've heard so much about him. We'll come to him as well. Tell me.
So he's a life coach, and one of his students called me up, Varsha. Thank you, Varsha. Seriously. She called me and she said, we first missed each other's calls many times. And then she called me and she said, listen, Sara, there's TEDx women happening. And this is your forte, women.
Yeah.
And I suggest you call this lady because I spoke to her about you and she wants you on board.
Lovely.
And I'm like, all right then. So I called this girl, Namrita. And she was so excited to speak to me as if she knew me. And I forgot that I'm an actor that time. I was calling as a coach. You know, we are your fan. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, okay. I'm okay juggling between, being a coach.
Take the other hat and wear it.
Yes, okay, thank you. Wow, nice. You heard of me. All right then.
Yeah.
So she's like, please, can you do the formalities, fill in the forms and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Because
How long back was this?
We had my TED in November.
Yeah.
September.
Okay.
September first week.
Not very, very long back.
So September, because we had full month and everything. So I filled in the application, blah blah blah, because they have got thousands of applications.
Yes.
So after the application, I got a mail saying that you're shortlisted.
Wow.
I'm like, nice. I thought it was a mail that I'm confirmed. I was like, oh, okay, this
Just
is like
shortlisted.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, now how many people are there? So I called. I said, how many people have applied for this?
Yeah.
So they're saying thousands of them. We're going through them, but you know what? Can you also send us a video, something, so that we have an idea of how you speak?
Yeah. And have you been a speaker before, like a public speaker per se?
Long back when I used to coach.
When you used to.
Yeah. So it was 6 years of not doing any coaching.
Okay.
Or training.
Long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this was my best way to, like sometimes, when I don't do things, I need a little push.
Yeah.
Gun. So this was like a gun to my head, you have to do it.
What's your sun sign?
Scorpion. I'm Scorpion.
Okay. Your birthday is just around the corner?
It went 8th November.
Oh, belated.
Thank you.
Okay.
So as I was, I said, okay, I'll send you the video. Are you asking this to for everybody's videos?
Yeah.
She said, yes, we're asking everyone to send us the video.
Huh.
All right, then. I immediately sent. I made a nice video.
Did you choose a particular topic? No.
I spoke
randomly.
I spoke about self-value, women's values.
And what was your TEDx topic? I haven't seen the...
Actually, see, TEDx is all about sharing your experience. It's not about lecturing.
Right.
So what experiences you've gone through and what you have learned from those experiences and what the audience can learn from that experience.
Absolutely.
But my video was only about self-value so that they understand what I talk about and what is my forte.
Right.
So I just sent and they loved it. They called me back after a week saying, we loved your video and we want you on board.
So you knew that you're confirmed.
I was like, it's done. And normally when they select speakers, they have at least 10 to 14 speakers or 12 speakers.
Yeah.
For this particular TEDx DSEE women, they had only 6 speakers.
I saw your photograph and I was surprised. Also, TEDx Women happens just once a year. In
Only
November.
once a year.
Only
and in
once
Bombay,
a year.
in Bombay, only Bangalore is allowed.
Huh.
So this particular auditorium, and I was like, wow, only 6 speakers. And
you're one of them.
Yeah, so I was over the moon. So I was selected, and again, one of our Arfeen students, Bharti, she was selected for this.
Okay.
So we knew each other very well, and she also has an amazing story,
Huh.
So that's it. That's how I got into it,
and did you prepare for your talk in any which way, even though it has to be ad lib? Still,
Gehna, I have to tell you this. This is really funny. Okay, now TEDx. TSE women.
Butterflies?
I didn't want to screw
tum
up.
tum?
Butterflies, I'm a kind of a person who will be very laid back first. But back of my mind, chalta rahega ki, I have to do this. I have to do this.
Yeah.
So I thought to myself, okay, after the show, I said, chalo, I'm going to London. I will sit there, think about how I want to do things. But I reached London after Love Ka Intezar, which was again because such a long time I was doing the show. So I thought, you know, this is my holiday. People were happy to see me there. My family, friends wanted to meet me. I didn't get the time. I didn't. And whatever little time.
In a way, a good thing now because you come back refreshed and just do it.
This is like crazy. Okay, and I'll tell you this. Every little time I got, I wanted to go shopping, browsing, whatever. Apart from meeting my nieces, nephews, family, friends. Now it was time to come back to Mumbai. And my flight was so
अब मैंने तो कुछ सोचा ही नहीं.
At least an outline. Nothing. And reached Mumbai. I reached Mumbai first, and second I had to go to Bangalore. I was sleeping and I was like, Arfeen, I was telling my husband, you know what, you need to help me.
Yeah.
What did he say? Shut up. Do it yourself. You're a speaker. If anybody else would have asked, I would have helped. You know it all. You just get on with your life. And get on with your speech. I'm like, I said that's mean, you know, because everybody must be thinking Arfeen could, you know, really coach Sara, blah, blah, blah. They're speakers. He's always been a speaker. He's always been a coach. I'm like, you know, alright, fine. It's okay. Yeah. But he gave me tips. He said, listen, it's about your life story. It's about your experience. Don't give any gyan mein. I said, okay, fine. Alright then. So we reached Bangalore on second, and third was my speech. Yeah. Second I reached and they called me saying that they need everyone to come to the university so that they can do a stage rehearsal, mic rehearsal, everything. ठीक है हम जाते हैं ऐसा ये क्या हो रहा है like rehearsal okay whatever. I asked Arfeen, did you guys do it? He said no, we didn't. I said okay then.
So they've improvised.
Yeah, so I said okay. So we went there and you know I felt like Amitabh Bachchan, to be very honest. Everybody was my fan there and I was shocked. सब कैसे हो सकते हैं? It was amazing.
Wow.
These TEDx guys were brilliant.
Wow.
They all knew me. Some people knew all my character names, from Dhoonlegi Manzil, Alka Tiwari to Vijay Lakshmi from Till Love Ka Intezar. I was like, wow.
Wow, how nice.
Yeah,
that must have crazy. Already made you feel better, no?
Yeah, I felt comfortable. I was like, this is my stage. It's done now. So it was really fun. So we were sitting as everybody was, you know, doing the stage rehearsals. I was sitting and I was talking to this guy and I was giving him the pictures that I want whilst I'm speaking. So he said, okay, give me your speech. I'm like, what speech? He's like, haven't you prepared your speech? I said, come here. All of them have prepared their speech? Like, yeah, and then if just in case you forget as well, because it's TEDx.
Yeah.
If you forget, we'll remind you.
Yeah, this is the point. Yeah, there's a teleprompter there.
I'm like, I don't have one. I said, I didn't know that you could make one and you could do that. But I said, I'm fine because I'm talking about my life and I'll be okay. Yeah, I'll be alright with it. Yeah. So they're like,
when you speak the truth, you don't need to rehearse it.
Yeah, no, but sometimes you need to outline kya bolna hai.
Bilkul. And what are the points and what are the highlights? Yeah.
Otherwise, you'll go all over the place, and women can easily do that.
Yeah.
So I think they wanted to make sure, and plus we had only 12 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that was stressing me out more. 12 minutes में अपना life का story कैसे complete करूँ?
Yeah.
So they said, do you want to now go on stage and try? You know?
Yeah, do it once.
I'm like, okay then.
Yeah.
So I went on stage. They gave me the mic, showing me that I'm comfortable, not comfortable. Give me the remote so that I can press the button so the slides would change for the pictures.
You had a presentation ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That also just one night before I came. Okay.
Yeah.
So I was talking and talking. I was checking the time, how much I'm talking. That really helped me a lot, because that particular stage rehearsal gave me, my mind, an outline of what I'm going to talk about.
And how you're going to capsule it.
Yeah. And that's it. I came down and I asked everyone, how was it, blah, blah, blah. My mom was there with me. Others.
Yeah.
My mom said, you know, you were good, but there was no emotion.
Oh, Lord.
I'm like, but this is just a rehearsal for me. It's just like an outline of what I'm going to talk about.
Yeah.
So
the emotions will come at the final act.
Yeah. Plus, I didn't want to give away my talk of what I want to talk about.
Absolutely.
And I just wanted to. It was just for me. Okay, this is how I'm going to lead to this, to this, to this, to this. So I was like, okay, mom, just
Chill.
that's it.
Take a chill pill.
Yeah.
Like
I'm
most
going to
daughters.
work out tonight what
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about.
Yeah.
Then everybody in Bangalore, we have a lot of friends. They took us for dinner, blah blah blah. We got home at 2 o'clock. Abhi 7 baje utna hai.
Oh Lord.
I was like 2 o'clock. I was thinking, okay, what exactly do I need to speak about now? I
Yeah.
need to really. So I just wrote the pointers.
Yeah.
And I thought in my mind, okay, this is what I'm going to do. And that's it. That's all I did.
Right.
So next morning we went. And it started off well, and greetings and meetings and blah blah blah.
And you were speaker number
4.
Okay.
So it was my, I think after lunch, it was my friend Bharti who was going to speak, and then after few speakers, then me.
Okay.
Then Arfeen joined.
Mm.
So now when I saw this last speaker, now I thought, oh shit, now it's
Up to meri bari.
So then Arfeen calls me backstage saying, come, after this is you. So as I was walking up the stage, backstage, my hands started getting cold.
Yeah.
I'm like, I should have written it more accurately what I'm going to speak about. My main tension was I'm not going to finish in 12 minutes.
Right.
So I was there behind the stage, and he said, just remember one thing. This is what he helped me with. Arfeen really, backstage, he told me, this is not about you. It's about others. So forget about anything. If you have doubts about yourself, how you're going to just concentrate on what lesson you can give others.
How nice. What a lovely tip.
Yeah, that was the only tip he gave. He said, don't concentrate about your looks, whether you've screwed up, whatever.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Make sure that they get
and there's a message. There's a
message.
lesson.
Your story should be about them getting something out of your story, like how you got out of yours.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, done then. So I came smiling on the stage. After a very long time, I've been on stage. And I started my story, and I spoke about how acting actually taught me life's lessons.
Right.
So although I did my early childhood studies, neuro-linguistic programming, although I have trained a lot of people already before I entered my acting zone, but it's actually acting that taught me how to handle my emotions. And I just spoke. And I think once the TEDx speech is out, you will know that this was the first time I was standing in front of people exposing my story.
Oh, nice. I'm waiting to see it.
I don't normally talk about my personal life as in something that has been very heartbreaking for me.
Oh.
There was a point I froze on stage because
the emotion chokes you up. Even as you speak, I get goosebumps.
I'm telling you, and I feel it. I'm a very emotional person.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was standing on stage and I froze.
Yeah.
And I acknowledged it.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah.
And I told them.
I've frozen.
I've frozen.
Yeah.
My hands are perspiring because I don't know whether I'll be able to take it on.
Yeah.
And that helped people
to
understand what I went through.
Empathize.
And that helped people and
connect.
A lot of my TEDx people after that, they told me they cried. Guys told me they cried.
How beautiful.
I was like, oh, okay.
How lovely.
And
so the emotions were all there.
Emotions were all there. I emoted, and I'm sure people picked up a lot from my story.
I'm sure we're all waiting to see it.
I'm waiting as well, because when you ask there, everybody says, oh my god, you were good, you were good.
Yeah, but
I want to see if I was really...
No, I'm sure you were. I'm sure you rocked it. Tell me, if not in the acting and coaching profession, what would have been your career choice?
Kehna, this is a very difficult question you asked me. Because वो बचपन में हम लोग ड्रीम्स बोलते हैं ना, ये करना है, वो करना है, वो करना है, वो करना है, वो करना है, and they say as you grow up थोड़ा कम होता है, मेरा बढ़ता
गया.
हाँ, I want to be a pilot. I don't know, be a pilot. I want to fly high.
And me also.
Really?
Yeah. I'm going to get a PPL one day.
Wow, well done.
Yes.
That's amazing. You want to do TEDx as well? Like,
TEDx is on my list.
I think we should hang out.
It'll be easier to do TEDx than to. If not a PPL, then I'll at least take a few flying lessons. That I owe myself. Definitely.
You know, people complain about women drivers. God help us.
No, I'm a very good driver, and my man Friday there will vouch for it.
I'm a very good driver as well.
That we have so many common things.
Exactly.
Oh my god. Okay, so you've spoken at TEDx. What next?
What next?
Immediately. Immediately on the. I heard you say something about a book.
Yeah, I'm
Tell me.
writing a book.
Yeah, so am I. Okay, coming back to you. No, this is about you. This is about you. It's not about me. Sorry.
No, seriously,
Yeah.
are you? Oh
Yeah.
my
No, but this
God.
is about you. It's not about me. The mic goes to you. Yeah.
Okay, the next interview I will take yours. This is crazy. We both want to be pilots. We both want to do TEDx, and we're
Mutual
writing.
Admiration Society.
Are you a Scorpion as well?
No, I'm a Libran. Just before that.
Okay. Well, not bad then.
So tell me, what's this book all about?
Okay, this book is called I'm Worth It, and
Yeah.
as the name suggests, it's all about women's values, self-esteem, and it's only for women readers. And
what if a guy wants to read it?
they can, of course, they can read it. I mean,
No,
they'll
I'm
be
just
well
trying to
happy to
be
read
funny.
it. They will take it and ask their women, please read it.
Oh yeah. Oh lovely. Read it out to me aloud.
Just पढ़ो तुम अपने लिए पढ़ो लेकिन पढ़ो.
Huh.
Because
Huh.
this book is not about
Yeah.
this book is not about fighting for equality and women
No,
empowerment and all.
no.
Actually, this book is giving women some hard truth
Hmm.
that we don't really acknowledge.
Hmm.
You know, so this is giving insight to listen. This is what you are. This is what you do. So shut up, acknowledge it,
Yeah.
and just live your life accordingly. No blame games. No,
Yeah.
no, nothing.
Yeah.
Just don't play a victim. No playing blame games.
Yeah.
Just be yourself.
True.
And just enhance what is your positivity.
Yeah. Everything
keep
that
your-
is
yeah.
within. Yeah.
Yeah, and keep your
Yeah.
victim mode aside.
Aside. Yeah.
So this is just a self-realization.
What about the big screen? You've done Total Siapa. Do you want to do some more movies if they are on the agenda?
I would love to. I mean, after Total Siapa, I got a lot of films, but my only challenge is, again, first of all, I want to do something really nice, good, acting oriented. I don't want to be the one who's exposing for popularity, and I don't want to be doing kissing scenes and bed scenes and item songs and all that, because first of all, two reasons: I'm married. Second reason, I coach people. Third reason is I do not myself would want to do such thing which I'm remembered for something like that.
Oh, nice.
Because I want to have like quadruplets, 4, 5 children, and when they see all my achievement, I want them to be proud of it.
How sweet.
So like, you know,
How sweet.
my mommy did that.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah,
this.
my mommy did that. What about direction?
People have their beliefs. They want people
Yeah.
who want to do it. That's
yeah.
not bad.
It's
I'm
each
just saying
to his
about
own. This is about
this
your
is
thought.
just my
Very good.
belief.
Totally respected.
That's
Tell
it,
me
yeah.
about direction. Anything in mind? Would you want to?
Production is in mind
Okay.
for sure. I mean,
Okay.
I love to direct as well,
Yeah.
but I haven't thought about that much.
Yeah.
But I would like
But then
to.
you're young now. You have a long way to go.
I have a long way to go, but then
Yeah.
knowing me, I've got too many things to do as well.
Yeah.
So I want to do everything.
Why
So
ever not? Why ever
Yeah.
not? And you will. Tell me a little
Hopefully.
about your background and the journey till name, fame, acting happened. What was childhood like? What was schooling like? What was college life like?
I had the best childhood ever, I think. And
You have 2 sisters.
I've 2 sisters.
You're like totally 3, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
So I had the best of the best.
Okay.
And I think the reason why, see, most people before you, when a lot of people took my interview, they always asked me, how come you're so humble? How come you're blah blah blah? I had different answers for everything, but as I'm talking to you, I just realized, because you just took me back to my childhood, I just
Yeah.
realized maybe I'm approachable because I think I've seen this since childhood.
Right.
You know, I was always a star for my family, friends.
Of course,
my
it all
school
begins
friends.
there. It all
Yeah.
begins there.
And because I was always on stage taking
Yeah.
part
Yeah.
in competitions,
Yeah.
I got a lot of attention right from childhood.
Yeah.
You know,
So the been there, done that was.
yeah, it
there.
was normal for people to
Right.
acknowledge me, and it was normal for me to love that and to acknowledge.
Yeah, and
It's
to
the same.
remain the humble soul that you
Yeah.
have managed to remain.
Yeah.
So nice.
And my parents used to make me do funny things as well. Like, say, for example, if any guest would come and my cousins would come, they would make me sleep on the floor, on the mattress. So you give your bed, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that really
Share
grounded
and
us.
care teaches you so
Yeah,
much.
because a lot of children in London I've seen that they don't.
Yeah.
Which is okay, but we were brought up in a different way,
Nice,
and
nice.
we were taught,
Yeah.
to do things.
Credit goes to all the mommies out there.
Seriously.
Yeah. And school, college, how was it growing up?
School, college, school again. I was a brat in a good way. Everybody loved me. I never had any enemies, never had any fights. Till date, I don't remember if I've had. No, I don't actually. I
You're a
didn't have
good
any
girl.
fights. Yeah. Pranks. I played a lot of pranks. I still play a lot of pranks.
So you're a good naughty girl.
Good naughty girl. And oh god, I play pranks in Arfeen's seminars as well. Like when he goes to Goa, 5 days retreat, when they're the really serious seminar happening.
How did you and Arfeen meet? I've heard so much about your husband. All good things. Tell me, how did you all meet? Obviously, it's a love marriage. Very
It is,
obviously.
yeah, it
So
is.
what?
How we met is really funny because he has been born and brought up in London.
Okay.
I was born in Mumbai. I did my school in Mumbai, but I did my college, university, everything in London. I never thought I would come back to Mumbai.
Right.
And he wanted to come to Mumbai to start his company because his grandfather was from Calcutta, and he was one of the first people to make rickshaws and transport.
Mm-hmm.
So, he was the most richest man at that point in India, and Arfeen always thought that he wanted to do what his grandfather left.
Mm-hmm.
Something.
So
Do
legacy,
something in
you
India.
wanted to carry the legacy forward.
And in India.
Yeah.
Because he was very close to his grandfather. So thought कि कुछ मुझे भी India में करना है.
ठीक है.
So he came to India. I went to London. And
you all had already met each other by now. No. Okay.
And I came to India for 1 year intern. When I came to India for 1 year intern, that's when I spoke to a few friends, and they recommended me his company because they said it's a UK-based company, you're familiar with UK, blah blah blah, why don't you just go and apply? So I went there and I interviewed there and I told them that okay, I'm doing an intern, so I want to work with you guys but not for you.
Wow.
And I was really young at that time, and he's like, okay.
Yeah.
And I faked my age as well so that they respect me. Yeah, I did all that crap. I did. So
cute.
So, and Arfeen's brother took my interview, and then for training, they sent me to Arfeen.
Okay, that's the first time you guys are
Yeah,
meeting
that's the
now.
first time I met. And
Was it love at first sight?
Not at all.
Because
I was looking at him, and although I felt that he looked a bit like Lucky Ali, a little tinge of Hrithik Roshan, I don't know what. And then he was like, okay, you might want to write down whatever I'm explaining because I'll ask you questions. And he saw me rolling my eyes. He's like, you got a problem with that? I said, no, but I'm not a kid. Whatever
you know my age, hyped up.
Whatever you say, I can remember. It's, so he started laughing. And then slowly I became I used to handle the entire section, I used to handle the team. And again, this coach business, the psychology was inspired by Arfeen. Because every Wednesday they had a seminar and he used to coach people, and he used to coach a lot of people. And when I saw him on stage, I was like, wow, this man is amazing. How does this mind work? And I think I get attracted to maturity. And how it's the ability of men handling women. Also, I was popular in school because all these in school and college, because all these women used to come to me with their relationship issues, and I used to just wonder.
The agony aunt.
Yeah, I was the agony aunt. I used to wonder, why can't guys be mature?
Yeah,
women are allowed for some time.
Yeah,
why can't they handle their women? Why can't they handle their relationship? So when I saw this guy stand up, I said, "Ye to ajeeb hai. He's amazing. He can understand.
Can do it all."
And I saw his way of talking to people, talking to women, handling things. And I was like, this man doesn't get angry. And he gets angry for the right reason, and how he handles. And I was like, I want to do what he's doing.
Okay.
So that was a turning point for me when I left all my dance and all the creative skills aside. I went back to London and I studied psychology. And that's how
The attraction has still not happened.
Yes, the attraction happened. Just
it has
started. It had started, and I was very attracted the way with his intelligence and the way he used to handle everything. I said, that's it. This is the guy for me. And
did he know that this is the woman for me?
I think he knew, because what happened?
I think he knew when you rolled your eyes.
I think so. Yeah, he was just playing tough again. So he used to always he never really proposed to me, and I told him that I like you, blah blah blah, and I know that I knew it, he likes me and stuff, but he would not commit because there were too many barriers.
Right.
Also
Muslim,
the cultural
differences.
too many things.
Yeah.
So, I used to tease him, Arfeen Khan, you are going to marry me one day. I know it. And he was like, mad girl. I'm like, you watch, you will marry me.
Wow,
I just knew it. My parents knew it. I told my parents, this is the guy I'm going to marry.
Yeah.
And I did not actually change my religion or something after marriage, or this is the very important thing that I want to share with you guys.
Lovely, yeah.
I was always intrigued by religion. I wanted to know about different religion. In fact, when I was a kid, I used to also go to parts and learn about gurudwaras and Guru Nanak and all the history, church, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Never really learned about Islam.
Yeah.
And
so the Almighty gave you the opportunity.
So when I went to London after I met him, and then we, we were parting, I felt sad. I'm like, oh my God, this is not happening. So he came with me to London. Then I joined my college, blah, blah, blah. He had to come back. So that's when we realized, oops, we fallen in love. Because that was a parting time. And he's like, abhi jo hota hai, it's up to God. I said, it's not up to God. It's up to us as well.
Yes.
So I said, you listen, I always threw this card on you, you are going to marry me. So when I was in London, I started meeting a lot of people, talking about religion, studying Islam, studying all other religion, why, so many people are following Islam and Christianity and Judaism, why is Hinduism just a part of it, blah, blah, blah. It just, these thoughts in my mind. And I learned, and I studied, and I studied, and I studied, and I was drawn towards Islam. I'm not saying my religion is not true, and I'm not saying my religion is not fair, and I'm not saying the other religion is more. But the thing is, I got intrigued by this religion. Yeah. It made sense to me.
Right.
And if you go back to the books, again, as I said, this Kahi Suni was challenging. And also, a biggest learning experience for me is because I was discovering more and more Hinduism. And Hinduism is not about only Gita and Mahabharata. No, it's about the Vedas.
Right.
If you read the Vedas, there are a lot of similarity between Hinduism and Islam.
There is
so much similarity.
So rightly observed.
Yeah. That time also I knew it. This time it was more open. And especially when I was interviewing the pundits, the archaeologists, the experts, they gave me an insight of everything. Some that did not want to say it in front of camera. So it was another eye-opener for me, that so many things, it's just kept hidden. So I won't obviously be the bad one out spelling it, but I don't want to do that. So yeah, it was my journey of finding myself and finding what I think spirituality would heal me or complete me.
Right.
And before I got married to Arfeen or even engaged, I decided that I'm going to follow Islam.
How lovely.
Yeah, and he did not know about it. I started learning the religion. I started reading more, and I got more into it. And at that point, even Arfeen or me didn't know that it would work, that we would actually get married.
Right.
Deep down, I knew, but he didn't.
He did not. Okay.
And it just happened. It just happened in a way that itna time, like 6-7 years we were dating. All of a sudden, the wedding jab hua, tab aisa hua that I didn't get time to print my cards.
Yeah.
And the wedding was taking place in Dubai, and I had a fairy tale wedding. It was like a fairy tale wedding. They made sure, because I like candles, dim lights, blah blah blah, the entire venue was only lit by candles.
Beautiful.
So I had a perfect wedding, I must say.
Beautiful. Lovely. So fairy tales do happen and do come.
Of course. Okay, in my TEDx, I have spoken about this as well.
I'm waiting to see it. Let me know. Update me as soon as
I'm still attracted and intrigued and inspired and influenced by Aladdin and all these, and I still watch it, by the way.
So there is a child in all of us.
Of course, and I think, I'm telling you, I think growing up is the biggest illusion ever.
Yes.
I think we all, try and show something else, but I think it's the child that should let it be.
So true, so true. So tell me, what do you do in your free time, in your me time?
I have a lot of me time. I think my whole life is about me time.
Yeah.
I very little time I give to work, and work is what? I mean, my acting is also me time.
Right.
I love it. I love that space. When I'm standing there, I'm in my own element.
Right.
I love my coaching when I'm standing on stage, or when I'm training one-on-one. That's my element again.
Right.
Now, apart from being with people,
Right.
I spend most of the time here in my cinema room. I spend most of the time in my travel. I love traveling, and that is never going to change. So that is my true me time when I'm.
Any bucket lists about traveling? You've seen all of India thanks to that show.
Yeah, South I didn't much.
And
but
you
yeah.
go so much to UK that I know.
Yeah.
But other than that, any particular places that you enjoy? Do you and Arfeen travel together a lot?
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
We do. Most of the times we travel. One,
Yeah.
He's in this country, I'm in that country. I'm telling you.
Okay.
I think that's kept our marriage strong and amazing and interesting as well, because I still don't feel I'm married.
Knock on wood. Yeah.
So I still don't
feel
I'm married.
you're
And
dating
yeah, it's just that my friends in fact make me realize, and they say, यार हमारे लिए भी कोई ढूंढने सबको ऐसे ही रिश्ता चाहिए. But don't तुम लोग शादीशुदा हो, like really? So they talk like that. It's fun.
Knock on wood.
And we both respect each other's work a lot. So I don't complain about him being late or training, coaching women, blah blah blah, nothing, and he won't complain about me.
Nice.
So we really, and you can only respect others when you respect your own work.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So that is perfect for me. Now travel, I think because I came back to India for TEDx, I'm now resuming my travel.
And going back where?
Yeah, I'm going to go to Dubai now. Then from Dubai, I will go to London. From London to Romania. Romania, I've never been. I want to go there because
it's a holiday. Romania is a holiday.
Romania is a holiday.
Okay.
Plus, as I said, I love horror films. So I want to see the Dracula castle and stuff.
Oh, so you act in a horror film as well?
No, I did some horror shows, Fear Files and stuff.
Okay.
I loved it.
Okay.
And horror films, Sada, I don't want to do because I'll be typecast as, Bhutni. I am, but I don't want globally to be known. So that's fine.
Okay, great. So before I let you go, any message you would like to give to all the viewers out there who've been listening to you, whether be it on coaching, acting, movies, TEDx, traveling, whatever. Any messages?
Let me see the most important message. Actually, out of all the other things I could give you, a list of things to follow, one thing is very important, is that, especially for women, that we need to smile more. And that's the best thing about us.
How lovely.
We women have this habit of holding on to our past, and we have this habit of holding grudges, and we have a habit of putting each other down.
Yes.
I think we should just be soul sisters.
Absolutely.
Women, if you let go of that grudge within, you don't know how liberated you will feel.
I agree.
You will be.
Completely.
And with that itself, you will change everything around you. Your family life, your social life, everything will bloom.
Absolutely.
So get out of that victim, miserable mode.
Right.
Just be.
Don't be a bichari.
Don't be a bichari. You're never a bichari. For God's sake, please. I don't think there are any women who is a bichari.
Absolutely.
But I just think be the source of light instead of receiving light. I think everybody looks at us for giving them light, giving inspiration. So why not keep up to it?
Lovely. Thank you so much. It's been such a lovely tete-a-tete. Thank you, people. Until the next time. Bye-bye.